it is a huge one, and it's getting underway right now. Game number 1, Dog versus SjoW. One of these guys, after this match, is going to be the actual number 1.
They will be best in SjoW.
God, it's so easy to make the puns with his name.
Yeah, but this is...
Did he do this on purpose?
No, it's a dual-sided pun.
Because it's a dog show.
Because it's a dog show, yeah. Whoever wins the dog show
is the
is
Labradoodle
the
or the
best in
Retriever gonna be best?
Yeah, exactly. It's such a deep pun on so many levels, but so simple. It's perfect.
Yeah. So if dog wins, does that make SjoW the pony?
I don't know. I'm not sure. It's a dog and pony show. Is that what's going on now?
Sort of, yeah.
All right.
That's where I was going with that one.
It took me a second. Sorry, I'm a little slow today. Haven't had enough coffee.
Oh, I'm tanning. Oh.
I haven't had enough coffee today, man. These matches have been draining. They've been great.
Drink some coffee. I see it right there.
All right.
Yeah. Both
Don't tell them our secrets.
SjoW, excellent opening hand from him. You know, what more could you ask for out of this deck? He's on the board running. He's got utility spells. He's even got strong follow-ups.
Oh, yeah. This hand, great. SjoW's great. Deck's great. Hand's great. Match is great.
Just great.
Yep.
Debating whether or not he wants to go with the Voidwalker. He's looking at the Knife Juggler potentially being able to, maybe pick off a Loot Hoarder or something. I like that he's played it a little bit slower.
Yeah, because, when you see Dog playing Mage, it's almost 100% freeze Mage. Dog doesn't play pretty much any other variant of the deck, so you can safely assume that's what's going on.
Yeah, it happens to not be what's the case. We see Ragnaros and we see Lotheb in here. This looks to me like it's a little bit more tempo-oriented, but either way, SjoW happy to get the juggle here.
Yeah, just trying to give you what's going on in SjoW's mind. That's an unstable portal. This is a weird deck.
Yeah, this obviously is more geared towards the mid-game of things, wants to try to seize control and then capitalize on it afterwards.
Yeah, great Frostbolt here, getting a ton of tempo and a secret out of his deck here. Science, it's great.
Certainly is. Second Flame Imp is also great. SjoW gonna go ahead and go with Abusive Sergeant here. And I'm curious exactly why he does that. I mean, it looks to me like he just wants to try to occupy mana from Dog on this turn. Turn 4 can be very critical. Whoa, geez. Even when he's not playing Druid.
I was just about to say this. He is the Druid Master, so yeah, this is just got to show up for him, right?
It's only fitting. And SjoW,
good old Esportal.
Yeah, at this point, has his work cut out for him. If he had saved that Abusive Sergeant, this would be a fairly clean turn. I mean, can he use the Power Overwhelming here? But what does it cost him?
Well, here's the thing. Do you want a Voidwalker here? Because it's very possible this is Mirror Entity, and if you use Power Overwhelming, you could get through here. Otherwise, you just can't attack. So this is a hard turn.
Well, it can't be Mirror. He just played the Abusive Sergeant last turn. Right. So, I mean, that was part of, I think, the reason he was checking for it that way. But now he finds himself in this spot. I honestly think this is pretty likely to be Duplicate.
With the way this deck, it does kind of look like, one of those decks. It's more Tempo Mage with some late game oriented stuff. So maybe there's a Sylvanas in here as well. So I think it has to be Duplicate. Yeah,
it's very Duplicate-y. It's just what it feels like to me. Lotheb going to shut off any Implosion, Power Overwhelming stuff. It's not happening this turn. And SjoW with a Doomguard drawn, he absolutely wants to get this Flame Imp out of his hand now.
Yeah, get this Nerubian Egg on board as well. Gets this Doomguard and free. Great turn from him here.
So now, to me, it feels like it's Counterspell. I mean, that's really one of the last possible ones it could be. I mean, maybe it's something like Ice Block, but that would feel so strange at this point.
Well, maybe it's like some weird combination of like the Era-like deck with just, some unstable portals. I saw Zalaid messing around with this deck a ton the other day, changing cards in and out of it. With an Arcane Missiles, yeah, I think it just has to be Counterspell.
So Arcane Elect can be first out of the gate. And how does Dog actually start to clean up this board? I mean, yes, he can kill the Abusive Sergeant here. He can kill the Flame Imp as well.
Well, I mean, the Sorcerer's Apprentice was a huge draw for him here because now it unlocks his entire hand. That's an Onyxia, by the way. He gets to unlock his entire hand, and if he wants to, he can lead with Arcane Missiles here to see where they land and then maybe get to pick off a couple things. But I think he just wants to occupy a lot of SjoW's time here.
That's what I'm seeing, too. Yeah, he's going to hold on to the Arcane Missile.
With these decks, you don't always have the greatest recovery spells in them, and you're starting to fall behind on the board. So when that happens with these decks, you just have to start taking risk to win the game.
Yeah.
You can't take time to always get your value plays and stuff in, so you got to do what you got to do.
Look at how focused SjoW is right now. We've seen SjoW be focused all season long. I don't think we've seen it quite like this.
Yeah, he looks really serious in this match. I didn't think there was any chance he would take this match lightly. I just thought, you might have a little fun in the match. Play a couple, weird decks, maybe a weird card or two here or there, try some stuff out.
Yeah, Dog's got his work cut out for him this turn. He's staring at a lot of damage right now. And no utility to deal with this. Sure, he's got a lot of strong minions in his hand. How does he start to swing this back in his favor?
Yeah, this is what I was talking about with this deck. You don't have a ton of recovery stuff. Every now and then you see something like maybe one Flame Strike in them. You have to start taking wild risks, get really aggressive with your plays, and just hope it works out and that you can come out ahead. But I think it's really hard for him to win from here because if that is Counterspell, and that's what it seems like it is, I mean, it's going to be an irrelevant card for the rest of the game unless a Power Overwhelming happens, which I don't know if SjoW's going to go for it now.
Nixia hits the board, and SjoW can't help but smile. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points of damage. Dog not killing this Nerubian Egg, very important in this game.
Well, if he does, he's got to know it's Counterspell. So, going Power Overwhelming into Doomguard doesn't get it done here. It is enough to actually kill Dog, but any of the secrets that it is would actually stop him from dying his turn.
Yep. Yep, there's the bad news. No lethal this turn, sorry, SjoW.
Yeah, but Lotheb's going to be pretty good here.
Yeah, I mean, this does put a pretty big lockout on the board. I mean, there's no utility from Dog at this point, and he's falling very low.
Yeah, this is pretty much game here.
It's a lot of stuff he has to go through. I'm going to unlock his Nerubian Egg right now. I wonder, did he misclick that by chance?
Yeah, I think he might have been maybe trying to go upstairs.
Now, because of that attack, now there actually is a little bit of recovery potential.
Yeah, I mean, Dog can take care of some of the big minions here. He doesn't have 9 mana, though, so he can't use the Fireball. But what he could do here is make a lot of really good attacks and then Ragnaros.
Yeah, the big difference here is just going to be the Doomguard. I'm talking like from his perspective. He feels like now there's a chance he gets back in this game. I mean, the Doomguard's going to shut this out.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, I'm saying from Dog's perspective, you can do a couple attacks with your little guys here, your little whelps, and then maybe another attack from Onyxia into the Doomguard. It almost doesn't matter here. Yeah. And then maybe Ragnaros can hit. That seems like the only thing to me, unless there's something we don't know about his deck from Azure Drake. But again, all of his spells are cut off.
Yeah. Needs a couple target dummies.
Man, you see this? All of his minions are just spitting hot fire here.
Dollar tea from McDonald's. Drink that.
It's like he's got a bunch of Dylons on his side of the board.
Oh, gosh. So, just going to try to keep his Nixie as healthy as possible. These whelps are going to trade into Lotheb.
He needs to hurry this up.
Yeah. I imagine it's all been keyed up at this point. Yeah, Ragnaros going to hit the board. No matter what picks off, doesn't matter. SjoW's got second Doomguard in his hand. They travel in packs, and he's going to be able to shut out Dog in game number 1. This is not the board I expected to see
between these two.
Yeah. But, whatever way you get the job done. So, game number 1, again, going over to SjoW in this one. Takes a 1-0 lead and out to a pretty good feeling 1 here in this big Pride match.
Yeah, and something from Dog that we haven't really seen much of, if at all season. We don't really see Tempo Mage from him a lot.